Hi students, now we are going to understand the working of a simple microscope. So what is actually a simple microscope? It is an ordinary converging lens or a convex lens. Now we are going to derive expression for the magnification of a simple microscope. So in general, this optical instrument, namely simple microscope, is used to magnify the objects. Okay. There are two types of focusing in this working of the simple microscope. The first type of focusing is called near point focusing, and the second type of focusing is called as normal focusing. So the simple microscope is now to be explained in two steps. What is meant by near point focusing? Before that, our human eyes are having 2 points called as near point and far point. So, what do you mean by near point? It is the shortest distance from the human eye, okay, which is at 25 centimeter. So, any object kept at that point will be clearly visible to us. Similarly, what is the far point of the human eye? It is infinity. So, first type of focusing we are going to take a near point focusing. So, in the near point focusing, actually, I should get the image at 25 centimeter. The image of the object should be at 25 centimeter. So, you can see the relevant diagram for this near point focusing. This AB is an object. It is a linear object of height h. It is placed in front of this convex lens at a distance u. That is the object distance. It should be less than the focus or focal length. So this for the near point focusing, the image should be formed at 25 centimeter. The image should be formed at 25 centimeter. That is denoted by capital D. So for this, where should the object be placed? The object should be placed very close to the lens. So here I will take the object distance u is less than the focal length, and the image distance is v is equal to the least distance of distinct vision, that is equal to d. So my dear students, first you should understand what is meant by near point focusing. The image should be formed at the near point of the human eye, that is equal to 25 centimeter. That near point is also denoted by the letter capital D. Okay, what is the condition for obtaining the image at capital D? Where should the object be placed? It should be placed at a distance less than the focal length. So U is less than F and V is equal to capital D, which is the distance of distinct vision, that is the least distance of distinct vision, that is 25 centimeter. Okay, now the image is represented by A dash B dash, its height is H dash. So what type of image we have got here? What is the nature of the image? The image is formed on the same side of the object, so it's a virtual image. The image is formed above the principal axis, so it is an erect image. The size of the image is bigger than the size of the object. So what is the type of image which is formed? It is virtual, understand, and it is erect, and is it enlarged or not? So it is also called as magnified image. So the image size is bigger than the object size. Now the size of the image divided by the size of the object is called as magnification. We want to get an expression for the magnification. So I will write magnification. So this magnification is denoted by the symbol small m, and this is equal to the size of the image h dash by size of the object h, or it is also equal to the ratio of the image distance to the object distance. Understand that? Now we do not know exactly what is the object distance. We know only that it should be less than the focal length, is it not? So we have to substitute for u. How? Let us see now. Now I will take from the lens equation. Okay, from the lens equation. What is the relationship between u, v and f? So 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. Okay. I am going to divide this left hand side and the right hand side by small v. So dividing by small v on both sides. So when I divide this by small v on both sides, what will be the first term? This will become v by v, is it not? So it will become v divided by v minus. Second term will become v by u. So this is a v by u. And the right hand side will become v by f. Okay. So v by v is 1. So this is 1. And this minus v by f. Okay. That is v by f coming to the left hand side as a minus v by f. So that this minus v by u is taken to the right hand side as what? V by u. Okay. So v by u is nothing but the magnification. V by u is equal to the magnification. So the magnifying power m is equal to now v divided by u. Now let us take this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. So from equations 1 and 2, the right hand sides are equal, v by u. So I am going to equate the left hand sides. Therefore, the linear magnification, okay, the linear magnification is given by m equal to 1 minus v by f. So m equal to 1 minus v by f. But what is the image distance? Actually it is equal to d in magnitude. In magnitude it is d. But since the image is formed on the same side of the object, by sign convention it should be negative. Is it not? So this is also equal to 1 minus of minus d divided by f. Therefore, the linear magnification m is equal to 1 plus d by f. And this magnification given by equation 3 is called as linear magnification. Why it is called a linear magnification? Because it is the object is represented by a straight line. Okay, image also is represented by a straight line. Therefore, the linear magnification in near point focusing. In near point focusing, it is given by m is equal to 1 plus d by f. Okay. Now, what is the other type of focusing called as? It is normal focusing. So, in normal focusing, the image should be formed at infinity. So, what is the condition if the image should be formed at infinity? Where should the object be placed? We very well know that the object should be placed at f. Is it not? The focal length. So, you see that the second one is normal focusing. Image is formed at infinity. So, we can look at this lens. The object is placed at f. So, here the object distance u is equal to f. And you see image is formed at infinity. So, here v is equal to infinity. Okay. Now, can you see that this ray coming from the image, okay, it is subtending an angle theta I at the eyes of the observer. If I am an observer, I am observing from in this angle, I am observing the image. Image is formed at infinity. So, what angle does the image, what does the angle subtended by the image at this I equal to, that is denoted by theta I. If h is the size of the object and if f is the object distance, then this tangent value of theta I will find out first. So, tangent value of theta image. So, this is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. So, this is equal to h divided by f. Okay. with the presence of the lens, I have done this. Next, what I am going to take, I will remove the lens. In the absence of lens, I will take directly the object. Understand? And the object is placed at 25 centimeter. That is, the object is placed at a capital D. This is the next picture. So in this picture, the eye is observing the object directly without the help of the lens. So it is unaided eye. It is called as unaided eye. Why it is called so? Because it is not aided by a lens. So directly the object is placed at the least distance of distinct vision. Now you can see that the object of height h is subtending an angle theta O at the eye. Understand? So when I am observing like this, what angle does the tip of the object is subtending at the angle is called as theta O. Okay. So in this picture, what is the tan theta object? So tan theta naught is equal to h divided by d. So this is equal to h divided by d. Now since these two angles theta I and theta O are very small, the tangent value of the angle is equal to the angle itself. So this is nearly equal to theta I and this is nearly equal to theta O for small angles. Understand? Now I am going to find out again an expression for magnification, but in terms of the angle subtended by the image and the object. That is why now in normal focusing, the magnification is called by the name angular magnification. This is what I said earlier. We calculated linear magnification. Now we are calculating what? Angular magnification. So we take now angular magnification. So this angular magnification is the ratio of the angle subtended by the image to the angle subtended by the object. Suppose linear magnification means what we should do? The height of the image must be divided by the height of the object. Height is linear, but here it is angular. So I am going to substitute here. I am going to substitute theta I is equal to h by f. So this is h by f divided by theta O is equal to h by d. So this is h by d. So this h and h get cancelled, or m is equal to capital D divided by f. So this is equation 4. So equation 3 is linear magnification is equal to 1 plus d by f we are getting. Is it not? But in normal focusing, angular magnification we are getting m is equal to d by f only. So we find that the linear magnification is 1 greater than the angular magnification. Understand? So here the difference between these two is equal to 1. Anyhow, both the magnifications are very much important for us to solve the numerical problems. So what is to be understood here, my dear students, as a summary of this simple microscope? A simple microscope is ordinary single converging or convex lens only. What are the two types of focusing in this simple microscope? The first one is called near point focusing, where the image is formed at the near point D equal to 25 centimeter. In the second type of focusing, what it is called normal focusing, in which the image is formed at infinity. For near point focusing, the object distance u must be less than the focal length, whereas in normal focusing, the object distance is equal to the focal length. Is it not? Similarly, in the near point focusing, we find out the expression for the linear magnification, and in the normal focusing we are finding expression for what? Angular magnification. And finally we find that the magnification in the near point focusing is 1 greater than the magnification in the normal focusing. I hope you must have understood well. Fine.